Hi everybody, this is Dwayne with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina. It is Tuesday. I just looked at the date and I already forgot it. May 26th. It's about 5:15, 5:20 in the PM. We had some rain last night and it really muddied up our lake because they had the water off last night. And it is just now starting to clear up. They've got 3 units of water running. We got a little bit of cloud cover and just a tiny bit of breeze. Not a lot of fishing reports from guests today, other than really struggling to find some fish because we had a lot of dirty water for quite some time. I did have a trip this morning, and even though they had the water off, I was able to make it all the way up past Lookout, and we found a little pocket of clear water just below all the fly fishermen. I had a 93-year-old Navy veteran with me, and actually had him throwing some jerk baits, and he caught some fish on jerk baits. The other gentleman that was in the boat, he did pretty well on the jerk baits. We had to work them pretty aggressively. It was that little 762 model in the French Pearl. And a lot of fun. Blake was out fishing this morning with 3 guys, and they were also throwing the little 762 jerk bait. They followed me up into their trophy area up above Lookout, and they said they boated about 30 or 35 fish this morning on that jerk bait, which is just absolutely incredible bite for jerk bait fishing. So that was a lot of fun, but there was not a lot of water to work with. That was not just muddy chocolate milk muddy. We still got a lot of color in the water here. I'm throwing an 1/8 ounce jig, sculpin and ginger with an orange head on 4-pound line, and I'm just across and downstream from Cooper Creek Boat Launch, and nothing officially on the one cast. I'm going to try and fish down through here, hugging tight this side down by the waterfall, and down to maybe the first slough. We'll see what happens. Get that way over there. Table Rock has got about 1.5 feet more of room before they're at top of flood pool. The James River has crested already, and I think Phil and I calculated it up a little while ago. We've got about 21 or 24,000 CFS flowing into Table Rock right now. Taneycomo is actually flowing right about 7,000 CFS. 4 units of water running would be about 15,000 CFS. And there's just a little bit of buffer room that we're thinking they may not open the floodgates unless we get some more rain on the ground. Big scare last night. The news got a hold of the letter that the Corps put out stating that if we get the amount of rain that the weather forecast personnel are calling for, that they might have to open floodgates. The news took that information and ran and said that the Corps was opening floodgates today. Didn't happen. That's false news. You can't really believe anything that anybody says except for the Corps of Engineers. They're the only ones that dictate what's going to happen here. So if you hear something like, oh, floodgates are opening, if it's not from the Corps, take it with a grain of salt. It may not be happening. So we've got great fishable conditions right now. The lake is starting to clear up pretty good. That muddy water is starting to push out. We still got a little dinge in the water. I'm kind of expecting the water to be off again tomorrow morning, and just unless we just get an absolute monsoon tonight. So it should be fun fishing tomorrow morning with that water off, clearer water. Not as much boat traffic as this last weekend. I think I saw 1 fish caught off the dock today. And that was it as far as dock fishing goes. There's a couple of people fishing off the dock right now, just kind of enjoying watching the water run by. We are down to the waterfall. couple of casts. There's a real good eddy right here. And then we'll kind of follow this bank down and around the corner just a little bit. See if we can't find us a stalker. Oh, that might have been a bump. Something felt heavy. Could have been a leaf. I don't think I really hit bottom yet. That was bottom there. I finally hit it. Get one more cast in before we come around this point. And I really like this eddy just behind this point. So I'll slow the drip down just a little bit so I can hit that. Catch one rainbow this morning in the Narrows, and it was even muddy up in the Narrows this morning on a black jig, 1/32 ounce jig under float. There was only maybe 6 or 8 inches of visibility in that water this morning, so you pretty much had to get your jig or lure or whatever in that muddy water right in front of the fish's nose to get a bite. Once we got up in that clear water, we fished right on the mud lines, and those fish were just snapping at anything that came by them. Does not appear I'm going to be able to talk anybody into eating over here. There's a wood duck hen over there with 6 or 7 little babies swimming around right on the grass line. Oh, I see one jumping, rising down there. I've got some 3/32 ounce jigs. This jig might be a little too heavy through here. We'll try working it like a jerkbait just a little bit. See if they're wanting to chase something a little more. Had one pontoon go out, and they drug night crawlers, aired them up. They said they drug from just about Fall Creek down to just down past here. They had a couple bites, but never did land any of them. And then I talked to another pontoon that went out, and they caught 5 or 6 fish. I don't know if they were dragging power bait or dragging night crawlers, but they were dragging something. Well, they don't appear to want it jerkbait style either. A whole bunch of leaves on there. Coming down on the first slough, and I hear a little bit of thunder rumbling in the background. Might have another pop-up getting ready to happen. All right, everybody, that is the one cast for today. Kind of a short one. Looks like fishing's kind of tough out here in this muddy water right now. It's not really that muddy. It's not all the way clear either. Hopefully it'll be cleared out by the morning and those fish will be hungry. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Like and share us. Thanks.